This is Chapter 4, Learning Target 2, which is over how to graph in standard form. So first, in a previous chapter, we learned that the standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx squared plus c. The first step to figuring out how to graph standard form is to pulling out the a's, the a, the b, and the c out of the equation. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And the a is -1. The b is -3. And the c is 6. So now that we have all that, we have to plug it into an equation which helps us figure out the vertex. That equation is right here. So we plug it in, and we get -b, so that, or the opposite of b, which is 3 over 2a. And we can just do 2a right now. So 2 times -1, which is -2. And we can simplify this out, and we can get equals -1.5. Now that we see that, we can go over to our graph, and we can draw a line for our axis of symmetry. But the line doesn't have to be very defined, because it can kind of interfere with the graph. And so it's just a little small line. So I'm going to draw that now. And it's on the 1.5, which is a little hard to do, but you get the idea. And it's just right there, and it's right in between the 1 and the 2. Okay, so that's our line, and this is our axis of symmetry. So I can label that and just put axis of symmetry. Just label like that. Okay, now we can go back to our equation, and we can see that this is also our x. So we can plug it back in to the equation. This, the 1.5, -1.5, we can plug it in for our x, and that will give us our y. And having our x and our y together will give us the vertex of the graph. So we can plug that back in, and it should look like this. Y equals -1.5, close parenthesis, and then you square it, minus 3 times -1.5, close the parenthesis, and then plus 6. Now it will give you time to plug this into your calculator. And you should get an answer of y equals 8.25. So we can go over to our graph and count up 8.25 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just a little bit above that. And then we can go over to our, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.25, which is a little bit above the line. And we can just make a dot. And it's a red dot. And label it our vertex. Okay. So now to complete the graph, we have to figure out our y-intercept. And to do that, you can see that c equals 6. So that makes our y-intercept 0, 6. And we can go back to our graph and graph that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so that point is right there. And then we can reflect it over our axis of symmetry. So we bring it right here. And that point is -3, 6. And now that we have these 3 points, we are able to complete our graph, which looks like this. And now you're finished with the equation, or figuring out how to graph in standard form.